So as we transition to the RV from a sticks and bricks home, there are a lot of little things that we need to do in order to get the home ready to get out of it. And one of those things is to replace one of these items right here for us personally, and that is an outdoor faucet, a hose hookup. There's one that's right outside of this garage door that I'm going to be showing you today, and it is an issue that I thought about on the way back from the hardware store, because I have to prepare the rig by de-winterizing and getting it ready to accept water so that we will be able to use that water. Part of that includes flushing everything out, flushing all the antifreeze out that the RV dealer used to winterize the unit. And part of that also includes sanitizing, running a solution of bleach and water through the pipes and the tanks to get everything cleaned out so that we'll be able to safely ingest that water once we get out on the road. Now, the thing that occurred to me on the way home is I want to show you the new piece that I bought. And right down here on the tag, I may have to do a screen cap. It says not potable water. So I was looking at that tag at the store, and I thought, well, I'm getting ready to run water from that faucet through my RV, and it's going to be coming out of faucets that we should be able to drink out of, and that's not necessarily the case when you have the potential for lead contamination. And it's an issue that I'd never seen in doing the research to get things ready to roll. Nobody has ever mentioned the fact that these outdoor faucets on our homes that we're supposed to hook our RVs up to have the potential for lead contaminating. And I just wanted to put that out there as kind of a PSA, something that I noticed, not necessarily something to freak out about, but something to certainly be aware of and certainly prepare for. So I think what I'm going to do is, for this video, I'll show you the process of me putting that in, and hopefully it goes smoothly enough that I don't freak out on camera. But I think what I'll do is I will get a water test kit, and I will test that water straight out of the tap, and we'll see how that goes. A water test kit, I was at Menards, and they run about $20-25. It depends on how many different things you're testing for, affects the price of the items. So we want to make sure that we get one that tests for lead. So I think that's right in the $20-25 range that we'll be looking at there on a water test kit. And that will be something that we will do in a future video, probably, because I'm not running back to Menards for a third time today. So I'm gonna hook this up, and I'll take you along, and we'll see how all of that goes, and we'll go from there. So we're out here on the side of the house, just outside of the garage door that I was standing by, and you probably are having trouble seeing me because it's a super gloomy day and I don't have a light. So I apologize for that in advance. But what I've done is I have taken this bad boy and I have taken this off. That's the old one. That's trash. It was leaking. It was horrible. It was not going to be effective in using for the RV. And what I've done is I've taken the tag off of here, or not for potable water use tag. I'm going to put it in my pocket because I want to try and get a scan of it and show it to you in the video. And we're praying that this bad boy here is going to go right in and screw on and be done. Lord, please help me. I genuinely mean it. I'm not just showing off for the camera. God, please let this work. I'm not a handyman by any means. I am learning. Thank God for YouTube. It's a wonderful resource. So I just realized I forgot a tool. So I'm going to go and grab that. I'll be right back. So I went and grabbed some thread seal tape. And I know that all of my RVers out there are very familiar with this stuff. So I'm going to wrap a little bit around here because it doesn't hurt. And I'm going to try and get this in here now. I was looking in here with a flashlight, and I might duck out of frame. I was looking in here with a flashlight earlier. There's actually 2 holes that I have to get through before I can even attempt to screw this thing in. And I think I just got through the second one. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm flying completely blind. And we don't have a basement. We have a crawl space. So, I'm not jamming my big behind in there and crawling all of the way to the other side of the house in order to do this. I think I just got it. So now I'm going to start turning this, and it should be a matter of just screwing it in. It had a threaded end, so I'm hoping that it's just a matter of threading this beast in, getting it tightened up, and getting the water back on. No.
What a maroon.
Didn't happen. I laid on my back for almost an hour trying to screw that thing on, and finally had to call in the reinforcements. I had to call my pops, my dad, and tell him that I really boned it up and ask him if he would be willing to lend me a hand, and he was awesome. He came and crawled under the house and gave me the bad news that the Sillcock that I had taken off, which had a threaded end, was soldered onto the copper pipe. Now, whether it was the previous homeowner that did that or the people who built the house to begin with, I don't know. It doesn't matter. What matters is I would have sat there on the ground in that ugly gray weather with the water to the house turned off, trying to screw something on to a pipe that never would have accepted it. So I'm thankful for a good earthly father who shows me what a good heavenly father is like as well, and just really happy for having a dad like that who's been so instrumental in this transition from our sticks and bricks house to the RV. That being said, the new Sillcock is on now. We used a piece of material, a pipe fitting called a shark bite, and we were able, that's the name of the brand. There might be other similar types of materials out there from different companies, but we went to the hardware store, grabbed one of these shark bite fittings, and one end had the threads on it, so we screwed that on, and then the other end, if you remember the Chinese finger trap when you were a kid, you put your finger in there and you pull it and it was stuck. It's kind of the same concept, I guess. It's a brass fitting with a little plastic piece inside, and once it goes on that pipe, no soldering or anything like that, it's not coming off. So got the new Sillcock on there, got water flowing out of it really well. got off the ground, got the water turned back onto the house, and like I said earlier, look forward to a future video where I'll be able to do a water test. And I'd like to do a few different samples. I'd like to take water straight out of that faucet and test it to see where it's at in terms of potential contaminants, lead. We've got pretty good city water here, so I'm interested to see how that goes. And then I want to test it and see how effective an RV water filter is as well. So compare what's coming out of the wall with what's going into the rig. So please stay tuned for that follow-up video to come. And if you have any information, any wisdom, any knowledge that you can share regarding the fact that those things have those tags on them that say for non-potable water use, the other alternatives that were available to me at the store when I bought this one said for irrigation use only. So I took that to mean a very similar thing, that it was not for potable water use as well. If you have any information, leave a comment below, please. It would not only be incredibly helpful to me, but it could also be incredibly helpful for someone else as well, and they would certainly appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Share it if you found this encouraging or informative, or if you just want to share share this video with a friend so they can watch me make a fool of myself and try and screw on a threaded pipe to a non-threaded pipe. That's cool too. We're here to not only inform but entertain. Check us out on the blog at calledtobefree.wordpress.com. Hopefully we'll see you out there on the road soon and very soon. Safe travels.